Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. For this video, I'll be going through all the workouts and DIY equipment I use to help me get through quarantine. And the first one obviously is a cinder block. Just find something heavy and curl it. If you've been following me for a while, you know I use these a lot. But if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Next thing I like to do is to find a long galvanized pipe to use, put in between the two cinder blocks and curl it. These are perfect for curling. They're heavy enough and you'll get a great pump. I also like to get floor flanges and twist it into the end like I did there, and that actually helps keep the cinder block in place so you don't have to worry about it sliding off. These are also perfect for barbell rolls. Another simple workout you can do is just grab two cinder blocks, one in each hand, and just do shoulder shrugs with them. These are also great if you just grab them, one in each hand, and just do farmer's carry with them. A good way to work your abs is just do suitcase carry. Carry one cinder block in one hand and just walk somewhere. Another way to make your farmer's carry more heavy is just insert a steel galvanized steel pipe in between the cinder blocks and just carry them. I say go for a 24-inch steel pipe and 1-inch thick. That way it's not too long and you can hold them in place. This is actually an older video of when I first started working out at home. A good thing you should do is add floor flanges at the end of the pipe so it holds the cinder block in place more secure when you carry them like this. The next thing I made is basically a DIY sled drag like I had right here. Just find like a nice tough box, fill it with concrete and cinder block, stick a steel pipe through and use two toe straps and just drag it. The next workout I did is a DIY squat. Just find a long wooden pole and a bucket on each side and just fill the bucket up with water. And you can make it as heavy as you want depending on how big the bucket is, obviously. And remember, a gallon of water is about 8 pounds, so just you can fill it up, make it extra heavy if you want, and just squat it. You can also do overhead press with these too if you want. Just be careful, you don't want the bucket to like fall over you. And you could just use a pipe in between the two buckets, fill it with water, and just curl it. I feel like anyone could get a workout with this because it's just a simple items you have at home that's just very inexpensive. So if you want a good pump, at home and you're not going to the gym, or you can't go to the gym if the gym's still closed, just do this and it's a good arm workout. Just fill the bucket up with as much water as you want. I also made my own DIY dumbbells too. I'll post a link in the description below if you want to learn too, and if you actually want some solid weight to have at home. They're fairly easy to make. Material I used were just bucket, concrete, and a galvanized steel pipe. Just hold it together. Pretty simple. Besides just curling these, I actually do a lot of chest press with them at home. I do one-handed because I made the dumbbells a little bit too big. I should have used a smaller pipe, but I didn't know how big the bucket was going to be, but they turn out pretty well. They're about 40 pounds each, and I use them daily, so I'm happy with them. So yeah, you could use these just like you use any dumbbells, but the main thing you gotta have common sense is don't drop or slam these, because obviously they're made out of concrete, and you keep dropping them, they'll crack and break. So do everything at your own risk. My videos are for entertainment. If you get any ideas, you're doing it at your own risk. But yeah, I'm really happy with these dumbbells and I use them daily. And these blocks were one of the original things I had made. Originally I made these so I could use them for farmer's carry, but the handles were kind of annoying to hold. They kind of hurt my hand holding them because it's kind of like a square grip versus a rounded one. But I use them for different things like shoulder shrugs, and I could also do dips off of them because they're kind of high up. I put like rocks in between the cinder block gaps and I filled it with cement, and I sealed the bottom part off with wood and stuff. So it's about 110 pounds. They're not completely even. One's like 110, the other's like 112 pounds, but they're good. They're good enough. They're nice and heavy, just like the way I like them. And obviously you can use them for different things like incline push-ups as well. Oh yeah, you can actually practice L-sits off of them as well. for most of my home workouts, it's basically revolved around using cinder blocks. I even use them to do like crazy static holds like this right here, just to mix things up. I always like changing it up. Like just holding a cinder block and doing squats works well. Just grab a cinder block and do a DIY cinder block swing similar to a kettlebell swing.
Shoot my own gun, that's what gets me.
I also like to mix up my push-ups by using it to have a slight incline push-ups, or just have one hand higher and do push-ups like that. Basically like what I'll be using if I had a push-up bar, but I'm using a cinder block. One of my most favorite thing that I made was these DIYs dip bar that I made out of PVC pipe. I actually painted these all black, but I've been using them since last year and they work perfectly. I keep them inside my house now, but I love them. I use them daily, a good way to work your upper body and do dips. You could also do ab workouts with them as well. But yeah, there's a link in the description below if you want to learn how to make these yourself. And if you want to make your dips more challenging, you could just grab a heavy backpack and fill it with stuff. Or right here, I'm wearing my old army vest I had, and I have plates and magazines in them. So this is like my own weighted calisthenics right here. And not everything I used to work out I made, obviously. Right here, I'm just holding a 25-pound plate I have at home, and I use these for Russian twists. Also different ab exercise, such as side bends. I could do the same with a cinder block, but sometimes I feel like the cinder block is a little bit too heavy. I don't want to hurt my back doing twists or side bends with them, but the 25-pound plate is perfect for it. And this is one of my older videos. I made this one last year. A push-up bar that I got from Amazon. These are great if you have any type of wrist injury or weak wrist. You can just use a push-up bar until you gain your strength back, or until you get better at push-ups. It does push up at a slightly higher angle, and you could also do L-sits off of them. You just gotta be careful, because sometimes if the grounds is uneven, they could tip over. But honestly, I don't really use these as much as I used to. A good item to have for your home workout is resistance band. They're so versatile. You could use them for so many things. I love these. You could take them on the go. They don't take up a lot of space, and you could use them for just about any type of workout. I actually gave these bands away to my brother, but they're good to have if you're just working out at home. And these are the newer bands I bought recently for myself. I recently did a review for them as well, and I mainly got these so I could do chest flies with them, but they work for other things. Like you could almost like do chest presses with them, but I'd rather use my dumbbells, but I use these mainly for chest flies. Another item that I bought that I actually love is this bench right here that I'm using. I keep this inside my house. I use these when I'm doing chest press with the dumbbells, and it's pretty sturdy. I don't have to worry about it falling over or anything, and you could adjust the angle of it, so I'm really happy with it. I do plan on doing a review for the bench later on as well. I feel like everybody should have at home are these pull-up bars that you can hang on your door frame, and they're a perfect way to work your upper body, especially if you can't do pull-ups. So yeah, those are basically all the DIY items that I made or workout equipment I use at home. Since I haven't been to the gym in over a year, I definitely added a couple of new things. Like for the pull-up bar, I added a ring pull-up I attached to it. Also some ab straps I use to do some ab workout when I'm hanging from the bar. But honestly, you don't need any equipment. It all depends on you and what you like to do. You could honestly just do Navy SEAL burpees, like what I'm doing right here. Or you could go out for a run. I actually started running again and going for walks on my day off or after my workout. Sometimes I'll go for a 5-mile walk or a 5-mile jog, because right now I'm doing intermittent fasting and I'm just focusing on getting leaner and just building lean muscles versus bulking. And for me personally, I always like mixing up my workouts and trying and adding something new. That way I don't get bored. And also you gotta think of progressive overload. You gotta add more weights or make it harder, add an extra set or some more reps and stuff to keep it challenging for your body so your body can adapt and grow. Because if you do the same thing over and over again, your body will stay the same. So it's always good to mix it up and just find something you love fitness wise and know what your goals are and just focus on them. Like I said, we all have different goals. We all have different things we want as far as fitness wise. So just find out what works for you and go after it. So yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. If you made it this far, and if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet and you like my content, feel free to subscribe and hit me up in the comment section if you have any questions or suggestions. I always reply back when I can. Sometimes I don't reply back in the same day because I'm busy and there's a lot of comment, but I always get back to everybody eventually. Thanks again for watching, you guys. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you on the next one.